Hello, welcome to the Spotify exclusive episode of the EBOYS podcast.
Woo! How's it going, everyone? How are we feeling today?
That's kind of good.
I'm all right. I'm pretty good. I'm right after this podcast. I'm gonna go and make some cookies. I'm gonna go bake some cookies.
Nice.
Yeah?
I just went to Waitrose, got a load of ingredients. It cost me like 70 quid.
Got a bunch of weed.
Those are big cookies.
Got a bunch of weed, and now I'm gonna get stoned.
No, I bought loads. The ingredients are so expensive.
How do you make weed brownies?
Crush
put
it
weed
up,
in
put it
brownie.
Yeah, weed in brown.
Because I'm guessing you can't just put it in. Like, have you got it? Is it got it like resin or something?
No, I actually don't know.
I think you got to cook it.
Are we really going to explain to our underage audience how to make weed brownies in the first minute of a
To
podcast?
be honest, they probably know more about it than us.
This is the
Yeah, they
Spotify
do.
exclusive one, so we can say whatever we want without getting demonetized. Like the 4 out of the last 6 podcasts. So we could be fucking wild today, James.
Oh, mate.
Say
Yeah,
Right.
warning for any listeners. After today's episode, we're going to be very careful in the first 10 minutes of every single podcast.
Have you guys seen the last 2 highlights on the highlights channel? Have you watched them back?
No.
No?
They're both so graphic.
Oh, no.
Like, the first one is like, EBOYS talk about Harry Potter. Again.
No, we don't.
And we don't
do
talk
not.
about Harry Potter. And the next one was George is getting a pet snake, and then it's just like, how far can you fit a snake up your ass? And that is the 2 last highlights of the channel. I was watching it back and I was in tears. I was like, this podcast is. And my favorite thing is the end of the highlights. It like cuts to just black and silence, so you just sit there for 10 seconds, just kind of take in what you just watched. It's great.
I love that. I love the shock value of our podcast. I think it's one of its best. Will
I'm
is
the
shaking
one
his
that
head.
suffers from the shock.
Yeah, you hate it,
Yeah.
but it's funny.
Actually,
It is
talking
really funny.
about snakes, lads, that is the first topic of Nutty News for this week. It's about a snake.
Hey.
This week, a rare 2-headed snake slithered into a woman's house. It said, "Hello, lady. Welcome to the
Oh, you slithered
campsite."
into something else.
there.
Yeah, to be honest, I misread it as trousers. The first thing she thought was, "Oh gosh, something has stopped on your head." However, she soon realised it had 2 heads and nicknamed it Double Trouble. One in the pink, one in the stink, she said. No, she didn't. She
No,
didn't. That bit
no, she
wasn't.
didn't
It wasn't
say
a
that.
quote. It was not a quote. Another topic. Parents across the country, right, boys, are going crazy for home bargains and Poundland's 99p lavender spray that their kids can't sleep without.
What?
It's just fucking roofies,
Is
innit?
Yeah, you're roofing your kids.
Is it a drug? Yeah, you just spray your kid and then.
Yeah, a shopper.
To be fair, my mum's an aromatherapist, and I'm a really big fan of lavender.
Sorry. A what?
An aromatherapist.
Is that what that's called?
Does she just
Yeah.
light a
Therapy-
candle? Is her job lighting a
therapy
candle?
via aroma?
Yeah, she just sprays the room. Why do you get paid for that?
Okay, so basically, it's like a masseuse, right? So you kind of, it's like it smells good as well. So you kind of get like rubbed with oil and shit.
Right. So yeah.
Nice.
So yeah.
So wait,
that's a
that
job.
sounds like the job is 99% massaging and 1% making the room smell nice. Why do you call it aromatherapist?
But because it's like the therapy is the aroma. You know when you get a nice smell and you're like, oh, that's a good smell. Oh, I feel good now.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
And then you get the massage as well. So you get your whole body relaxed. You're like smelling of nice oils and shit.
All right, fair
Didn't
enough.
know that was. I actually did not know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Did you not? Like that's such a normal thing in my life now. Like
So,
aromatherapy being a
What
thing.
we're saying is, like, if I was really stressed one day, I could book your mum to come around and make my room smell nice and give us a rub
I
down.
would really appreciate it if you didn't get my mum to come around and rub your body.
E-boys get massages of James's mum.
Mate, that's an EBOYS video in that.
James's mum gives us a rub down.
That's a podcast. We all get we record the podcast.
Mate, that would be a great video.
Well, she's not gonna fucking wank you off. Is that what you're hitting at? Like, gotta have a happy fucking ending. No, you can't.
No, bro.
Married
I just want to be.
special.
I just want to be
No.
relaxed by a lovely dulcet
yeah.
scent, dulcet tones. No, that's. I just want to be. I want to make your
Scents.
mum. Oh God, steady.
Oh, God.
A shopper. Anyway, back to the kid spray.
You're thinking about the wrong kind of oils.
A
mate.
shopper took to Facebook to share with the miracle workers with parents who struggle to get their little ones off to sleep at night. While another person was asked if the pillow spray worked, they replied, "Well, it made me nap for 2 hours today." There is something illegal they're putting in there. Definitely.
Yeah, but I always
Shall
feel
I
like
try it
napping is so much easier than sleeping, though. I don't think like being able to nap is an achievement.
you?
I can nap at any point.
Yeah, no,
of
but
day.
like I find it hard to
I
sleep.
get guilt with
So-
naps. I get nap guilt.
I find it hard to sleep
Okay.
and not to nap. I can lie down on the sofa right now and go out for like literally 3 hours and wake up and feel fucking awful.
Oh, save us a headache. Go on, go for it.
Well, if you want, I can just not be part of this podcast. Increase the value.
That could be an episode.
James goes to sleep. James, a sleep podcast. It's just a video of me sleeping for the whole thing.
Right, that would be elite.
I think people would watch that.
The audio,
no.
just put a Shure SM7B under your
Would you
mouth and just...
Would you ever do a sleep stream?
Fuck no.
No.
Nah.
No.
I sleep talk.
They
and
terrify me.
I do not want I'm always worried about myself being in control of my own words, let alone like sleep version of
James says naughty words in his sleep.
me. Yeah.
Just slurs.
No, not okay, no.
I've
I always
sworn
worry
in
I'll
my
reveal
sleep.
very deep secrets about myself in my
Another topic in nutty news. 1 in 3 Brits have admitted to washing their bed sheets just once a year. I just want to know how often.
That's me.
How often you lot wash yours?
I do mine every 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, I'm every 2 weeks.
A study into the cleaning habits of 2,000 people by Hammond's Furniture discovered some grim findings, including that 10% of men in the UK only wash their underwear after 10 uses. Now, Alex Elmsley, I'm looking at you.
No.
How many times? What's the maximum wears you can get out of yours?
I don't count.
What, is that high? Is that how you lose count?
No. It's not as if it's that high. I don't. I'm not like, oh, well, these 4 times in a row. I own loads of underwear though, because
And
I
it
can
all
afford to do
stinks.
so.
And it's
No,
all
I
potent.
think I generally probably have about 20 pairs of boxers.
That wasn't the
Yeah,
question.
but that's
what
not
are
the
the
question.
brands? What are the brands?
No, I don't know.
Brands. I don't even know what brands there are. Whatever you can get on Amazon Prime.
What boxes you got on right now?
I'm ASOS.
My thing
I'm
is,
just
I
a
lose
fucking-
all my clothes, and then I never see them again forever. I found a shirt the other day that I haven't seen for 2 years, and it was just in my. I just didn't know where it was. I just found it. Yeah, I just buy new stuff all the time. Amazon Prime is the greatest thing ever because you don't have to wash.
That's not very sustainable.
Monetarily, no,
Not very eco-friendly, Alex.
no, it's not at all. It's wrong of me to do, but you know,
He lives in
what are you gonna
excess.
do? Arrest me?
No, just sniff your boxes. Come on, give us
No,
give us
don't do that.
a ballpark.
Quite literally.
Probably maximum must be about 4, and that's it. That's it. That's it. Part of the extension.
That would be potent after 4 days.
Yeah,
That that really seals in the
That'd be
flavour.
horrible.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll be maximum.
Moving on, very
I wouldn't
quickly.
let go any further than that.
A woman on a wedding night, right? So for you have your wedding, and then you get on the wedding night.
Yeah.
A woman took her mum's wedding dress, right, and turned it
got railed
into
in it.
sexy lingerie for her to wear on her wedding night. So she took her mum's wedding
No.
dress and made it into to get rattled in. The bride's outfit designer took to Facebook to show off the sexy dress the woman was planning to wear on her wedding night, but it didn't go down well with users. Imagine my shock.
Really?
That reminds me of a scene from No Country for Old Men, which is like this kind of like modern like Western thing, right? And this guy has this this thing where he like flips a coin and the person chooses heads or tails. Basically, if they choose wrong, they get killed by this man, right? And he goes on this big speech of like, this coin has traveled through 40 years to get to this moment of like having value, and that's how I feel about that wedding dress. It went through so much, and now it's become this magnificent piece of lingerie. And there's like, you're carrying your mum into that session
Yeah.
with you. You know, that's
Yeah,
like
she's with you
generational.
there,
There
man.
is spirit.
Your mum's getting
Cheering
ploughed
you on.
too, really. There, in spirit.
You know that scene in Star Wars where all the people are like behind fucking Rey, like rooting her on. It's just like all of the females.
Or like Harry Potter when they come out of the wand and his parents are like hand on his shoulder. He's just no more Harry Potter. No more Harry Potter.
We've ruined that film. We've ruined that whole franchise, man.
Last topic.
Although
of
I
night.
do have another Harry Potter related thing.
Fuck no!
Whose one do you think would make the best dildo?
Bro.
Isn't Voldemort's 9.5 inches?
Well, no, the elder one's got little round
Yeah.
things on it. You've got that, right?
Like beads in it, like anal beads.
I don't know. I
You
don't
bought
think
a
so.
proper
I've got-
wand.
I got one from
did
when I
you?
went to Orlando.
Yeah. You brought a proper wand, right? You've been looking at that thinking, oh, that'd be nice at me bum.
Which one do you have?
I don't know.
He's got the one with the fucking little knots in it, like bum beads. That's why he's been
I
thinking.
got Voldemort's one.
You got the Elder Wand.
Maybe. I'm not sure if it's the Elder One or Voldemort's.
What colour is it?
Different.
George Memius, you dirty dog.
You don't know what colour it is. If it's white, it's,
I haven't
if it's
looked
white,
at
it's
it in ages.
Voldemort's.
I don't even know where it is.
If it's brown, it's the Elder Wand. There you go.
Well, I know, cheers, but I don't know where it is.
Because it's
I think it's the Elder One.
Just pull out your
It's
arm.
on his ass. Jesus.
All right, and then lastly, on nutty news, Russians have been spreading fake news, or the Russians, apparently to
Yeah.
the news. I'm not just
The
I'm not
Russians.
just
Those
throwing
sp-
claims out
Those
there.
All of them.
specific
All of them.
Russians, everybody at home. The specific
them.
Russians that not all of them, just the Russians. That's a clever way to get away with it. You say the Russians. It's specific, but not really.
They've been spreading fake news about the the Oxford vaccine for coronavirus. They've been saying that they've been involved in spreading false reports that a British-made COVID-19 vaccine in the final stage of testing could turn people into monkeys.
But I've got something related to this.
Well, go on then.
I was out yesterday, and I thought
And everybody
these were
turned into
like,
monkeys.
No, I thought these were like isolated things, like they would only ever happen like once in a while. But I was driving through London yesterday, and there was a fucking anti-vaccine protest, and I was just
Yeah,
looking.
they've been happening quite a lot.
No, and I was just like, how thick can you be?
Where was the monkeys? Was there no monkeys?
There was no monkeys, no, but they were like holding up signs about the anti-vaccine, saying it's poison and stuff.
We had two very similar stories, didn't we, yesterday, George? About what seemed to be private school Tory boys who are walking around London right now, causing what they seem to think is havoc. It's very
No,
strange.
let me tell you this. I was out yesterday, and I was just roaming the street, and I noticed something. I noticed everyone looked the same. There were two types of people, right? There was the girls that like spray tan and look orange as fuck. There was just them everywhere,
Yeah.
like all dressed up and stuff, as if they were
Yeah.
going on a night out in the middle of the day.
As if there was a club open.
And then there were just gammons, like people in like polo shirts that were too tight for them, skinny jeans, like. Literally, there were like hundreds of these people, and I was like, where the fuck are they all coming? Is there like a wanker convention on or something?
And yeah, I went out yesterday as well. So this is why it's very weird. There's a very specific amount of people who seem to just not be following any form of lockdown rules or whatever. Because
It wasn't
I
even
went
that.
out...
They just seem to be all from like the same subsection of people.
Yeah, it was very strange. So I was in Piccadilly because I was shooting something for my new video, and there was just these guys, right, in blazers. Right, and they're all in like a 5. The blazers, it looked like they just come from like some form of like private school, and they were just going around kicking random things. Not very hard. It was very strange to watch. Like there was a bike tied up to a thing. This like private school boy kicked it, and all his mates laughed at him, and then he jumped up on like a bin. And I was watching. I was like, "Is this what people are doing for fun nowadays? Because they can't get outside."
How's your foot today, James?
Yeah, you're right, Jimbo. You and your mates last night had a wild one.
Weren't any homeless people about, was there?
Sorry.
No, hopefully not. Very weird, man. Like a very specific class of people, it seems, who have been going out. None of them wearing masks, obviously. Just in the middle of the street in their full mates, dressed as if they're about to go to a club, but obviously they can't.
Yeah.
And just kicking shit.
No masks, just vibes.
No, they were, and one of them just fucking bowled for me. Like he saw me.
What?
I was just walking. He like fucking like tried to like ram into me. Oh, he just like
You give him
beeline
that quick
for
one
me.
too. Night.
Yeah, I gave him a quick. No, I just moved out his way. I was just like, what? It was like some guy in like who's like 5'5" in a really tight polo shirt, and he just fucking came for me. I was like, what the fuck?
Don't know what's going on in London, man, but these anti-mask people seem to all be the same.
Yeah, what I don't understand. It's like people are so like they choose the worst times to protest. Like no doubt, right? Over the last few months, we've been told to wear masks. That's something like to go into a shop, you have to wear a mask, right? Do the protest then, right? Where everyone's told to wear a mask, but there's not fucking cases. It's almost like they went, right, all right, we've got 20,000 cases. If we go out and protest, this really increases our chance of getting the virus. Let's go and protest now when the fucking policies are exactly the same.
Protest when the numbers are low, and you go, it's not real. But when it gets to 20, 40k a day,
When there's literally
at that point,
thousands
it's
of fucking
like,
people getting
it's
it.
too late. You have missed your boat. It's undeniably real at this point. You know, this is like people, they were saying that forest fires don't exist when it's just a little flame, and then they turn up to a
Sorry,
burned down
what?
forest.
Is there people that do that?
It's like they turn up now to a burned down forest and go, "Hey, it didn't happen anyway." You're a bit late, mate. It's been and gone. It's been and gone. It's been and
Sorry,
gone.
where are we? What the fuck you on about? Burnt
Oh,
Hill
don't
Forest.
worry.
People
don't
protest.
I
worry.
looked away for 5 seconds, and I come back, and you're on about.
Why'd you guys
Burnt
look
Forest.
away, man? We've got a podcast to do. It's consistent. It goes on forever. What else you guys want to talk about?
People protesting forest fires.
I got something.
Oh, go on then.
I got something. What is something illegal that's illegal right now that you would make legal? I've got a really good
Forest fires.
All right, fair. No, I mean that's something like within reason, like something reasonable.
Just fucking hate forest. That's a joke. Did you see people? Sorry, this is subtopic. We'll get back. Did you see people kicking off about David Dobrik just saying he doesn't like nature? There's people. There's a podcast where he's talking and he just goes, you know what? Like, I really fucking hate nature. He's just going, I don't like being out with all the trees and stuff. I like being in cities.
This forest fires
Fair
analogy has really got us to
Right.
a really incredible new topic.
And the comments were like, this is a fucking awful take from David. This is really fucking childish. Really gone on. It made the bread batch. People angry at David Dobrik for saying
It's just his
But
opinion.
all he said is, I just don't like walking in nature. I prefer cities. And people are like, oh, fuck him now. He's really...
Was that all he said?
So I clicked on that thinking that's
No, he
bollocks.
said let's burn down the
Yeah,
forest.
he was actually setting fire to them, just lighting Kindle.
It was like
He's actually
Fucking
one
load
of
of shit,
those
man.
anti-forest fire protesters.
As long as he recycles and just and understands that other people do care, then that's fine. Really, you can do what you want.
Fuck recycling.
I don't know why people are so confused that somebody who lives in like a $5 million mansion in the hills doesn't really care for forests too much. That man's too busy to want to go walk his dog. Like, leave him alone.
I always forget that I like nature as much as I do, because when I was watching David Attenborough's Netflix
oh, that was good, wasn't
series,
it?
Got halfway
the
through.
one
and then-
where he's like he's talking about like his life,
Yeah.
David Attenborough, and he's talking about his life and like comparing like when he was a kid to now, and I was just like, wow, this is really cool. Like, there's loads of really cool footage of him just like chilling with gorillas, and like I fucking love gorillas. I just like, yeah, not the band.
Name 5 gorillas you've met.
They're not gorillas, mate. Those were people who had COVID-19.
Oh right.
They were very horrible for
That's a
them.
good one. No, it's the one that got the vaccine, Alex.
See?
So
Because
it's a good one.
Russia.
I get
so
it.
you're well in, everybody.
I'm trying to think. I'll take this. I'll route this back to what
Yeah.
George asked about,
Yeah.
like
I'll make
an
gorillas
illegal
illegal.
thing that I don't want to be illegal.
Bestiality.
Yeah, I'd fuck a gorilla.
No, we're stopping.
Can I
that
give
there.
my answer? Because I think
come
my
on, then.
answer's quite good. Okay, so the general consensus
Sorry,
in
a
life
gorilla
is...
would absolutely fuck you up, wouldn't he?
Stop
Jesus
it!
Christ!
Stop
he would,
it! Please.
Like, there'd be nothing left. He'd rip you limb from limb.
He'd pump you into the next
You lot
century.
think of some weird shit.
Mate, you just be oh.
Yeah, you're saying, George, what was your
Okay,
answer?
so the general consensus is like 2 consenting adults can do whatever they want with each other, right?
Yeah.
They can like have
Okay,
sex. They
where's
can,
this
they can have a
going?
Getting
boxing
somewhere
match.
weird, mate.
No,
Where's
let's just listen. This isn't
going?
going somewhere weird, all right? So they
Why
can.
can't only one person consent and that be legal?
Why does
No,
it have to be
James, no.
adults? Why can't it be anybody?
James, this is absolutely. You just let me finish. This is not what it's
You
going.
set yourself up
Well, that's what you
terribly.
said,
Okay, so 2 consenting adults can do whatever they want, right?
Yep.
They can have
Yes.
sex. They can box.
Yes,
have a
they
boxing
can,
match.
George.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Why can they not duel to the death? Like, if you genuinely have like a lifelong feud with someone, why can't they duel to the death?
Well,
Mate, do you know how cool that would be? Mate, we've got these
Like
three
Gladiator.
swords, man. Imagine if I just said to you, do you want to fight to the death, and you were allowed to legally say yes?
who would you duel, George? Is there anyone
Alex.
like you said that would be the one thing you'd make legal?
I
Who
wouldn't-
would you?
I don't have anyone in my mind at the moment, but if someone really pissed me off, I'd get my swordsmanship up and
George, there would
battle
be
them.
so many loopholes in that. Imagine if you just went into an asylum and you went like, you want to fight me, you want to kill me, and then you get
No,
get them
it'd
to
have to,
sign
it'd have to be like organised. You know, like a boxing match. You can't just scrap someone on the street. It'd have to be an
Eddie
organised
Hearn's
thing.
got to be involved.
Well, in
Hearn.
boxing, if you kill the person, you don't get charged with murder.
Exactly. Same thing. Same principle.
Just load up the
Boxing
gloves.
with swords.
Well, just with knives.
Have you seen Gladiator, James? I watched it the other night and I was like, why is this not legal?
Oh, okay. So you watched it.
It was well. I don't mean the bit about just putting like. I mean like the bit at the end where he battles the emperor.
Would be brilliant telly.
and Huh?
Be brilliant telly.
Yeah, it would be. It would be good. It would be good TV.
You
Yeah.
definitely. I feel like that wouldn't even be that controversial in a place like America. I reckon there are definitely people probably in the South who wish 100% they could go up to somebody they had an argument with and go, "We both own pistols. Can we legally
Throw down.
do like a fucking Mexican stand-up?"
No, I'm not talking about pistols because that's boring. I mean like swords because then that'll go on for a while.
Well, you know what I mean in terms of the concept.
could do it-
I'm sure people love that.
You could do a whole
Yeah.
different range of combats. It doesn't have. Some people could do swords. Some people could just
Archery.
be bare hands. Other ones could like, I don't know, maybe have a
Can
dog.
we start this up? EBOYS
Boys dog fighting.
YouTuber dueling to the death.
I was going to say, because this would have been a way better follow-up to street fights than chess.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god, yeah.
E-boys bet on people fighting to the death.
E-boys bet on Gladiator.
Also, imagine the scenes if KSI versus Logan Paul 2 was that. Like, JJ just beheads Logan Paul in front of a million
Oh my
people.
god.
Jesus.
Film this now, you cunt. Sorry.
Oh, all right. Okay, nice.
This is a relatively dull answer, but speeding, it would be good to just fucking hoss it down at 150 mile an hour.
That's terrible.
I thought get rid of the ing there. I thought you were just gonna go
Speed.
speed.
I was expecting something like tax evasion from you. Will.
No, that's still technically legal if you do it the right way.
Yeah.
It's evasion.
Tax avoidance,
Yeah.
George. Yeah.
Mine will probably be majority of drugs, because incarceration for that stuff is ridiculous. It's a plant, mate.
Also, you love heroin.
Oh, don't have a nice answer. Don't have a good answer.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, have one where you want to kill someone.
Oh, Mr. Virtue signal over here.
Yeah, lovely. Fucking bro, tell us a sin that you would like to get away with.
Yeah, proper sin.
That's not
Gluttony.
illegal.
What are the 4 sins? No, 7 sins.
Seven sins. Greed. Wrath.
Greed,
Oh, mate,
gluttony,
it's
wrath,
illegal.
pride, envy.
Um,
Greed, gluttony, pride, envy. What are they? Wrath.
What the fuck's wrath? Just being angry.
Angry.
How's that
Or
a
angry,
fucking
yeah. Like
sin?
taking it out on someone. No, taking it out on someone.
do you know what, one of the things, like, isn't it illegal to basically just set up shop and live wherever you want?
Eh?
Like, you couldn't just go live in a forest, could you? You wouldn't be allowed to do that.
You can't squat. It's illegal.
Yeah, that's something that I never understood. Is why
you want
why you
squatters'
wouldn't
rights.
be. Why you wouldn't? Yeah, because I feel like you should really have the right to be able to go, not in somebody's house, obviously. I'm not saying legalized living.
What, you mean like live on the street or?
I mean, like, if you really wanted to, like, go fucking live in the forest somewhere, like, it wouldn't matter if you owned it or not, type of shit.
I think you can. I don't think it's legal, but how are they going to find you if you're so deep?
I think there's rules to that, like campsite rules and shit. I would get rid of something like
I'd
that.
love to live in the forest. I think a nice big forest house would be nice.
Yeah, I always really like the idea of getting like a camper van at one point and then just fucking off around the world. But you'd have to pay car parking tickets.
I'm kind of with that, to be honest. I'm kind of with that.
That
I always
sucks,
thought, like, I've always looked into, like, planning permissions for roller coasters when I was younger. And how sick would
There's
it be
something
if
wrong
you could
with
just build your own fucking roller coaster?
I don't think that's what he was saying.
Why were you looking into planning permissions for roll? What?
Yeah, you do. You need planning permissions.
No, yeah, well, yeah, I gathered that, but why were you looking into it at, like such a
I
young
was
age?
like 14 and I wanted to build a roller coaster.
Dad, can we put this next to the hotels?
That's-
I have no response to that.
There's no response.
I'm so used to it in my life, like whenever I go and do something and I have to say my name, it's almost like this real like posh thing that just comes out. I just go Marriott like the hotel, like whenever like someone asks my last name, like Marriott like the hotel,
Right, like the
and they're like, oh, do you own the hotels? And I go, I wish, and then they laugh, and then that's it.
Yeah, well, we're still really rich though. And then
Yeah, no,
just
I'm
move on.
balling. It's
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. Don't worry about me not owning hotels. I'm still doing fine. I'm married from the YouTube channel.
oh god. I wonder if they'll ever tell me to change my name. That's something I'm worried about.
Well, the Marriott hotel chain.
Well, because I've sold Marriott merch, right?
Oh, they must
So
be fuming, mate. The business
They
is
must be
tatters
like,
now.
yeah, I'm taking away from their brand, like people are buying my hoodies to take
Instead
away
of their
from-
hoodies.
Yeah, no, for sure. I've probably sold more hoodies than the Marriott Hotel
I don't think
chain.
they sell hoodies, James.
Not the point, George. I've probably sold
Yeah,
more.
that is true.
If they
You
do,
have.
I'm buying one right now.
That'd be so funny if we rock up in Marriott hotel merch instead of actual Marriott merch. What you got to do is you got to one up and do a hoodie that says the Marriott Hotel on it, and it's like got to be.
Oh my god, yeah, like do an actual like Marriott
actual
hotel meme. Actually, that would be so funny.
Then you get sued, but it'd be worth it. Actually, talking about like fucking clothing and stuff, I was walking around in London yesterday. Very strange when you're walking through Piccadilly. You know how you have those big stores where all they do is sell like counterfeit clothing?
Yeah.
So many TikTok hoodies. Like so many.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's very weird.
Just with the TikTok logo on it?
Yeah, just with the TikTok logo on. Yeah,
Twitter.
and I was like, who is going in there and going, God, I love the Renegade. I'm picking up a counterfeit TikTok hoodie. Very strange. There's so many though. They must sell.
That is weird. I don't like that.
No, it's very odd. I've seen they're like the Fortnite hoodies. I've always loved those.
So I'm gonna get a 4chan one.
You what?
Get a 4chan t-shirt.
Yeah, you don't see a 4chan counterfeit hoodie. Oh mate, yeah, very weird. Fucking, it was strange walking around Piccadilly yesterday. Just so many people just sat in the middle of the street doing nothing, and they're not homeless people.
I'm gonna get a box, and you open it, and there's just a box, right? And then inside of it is gonna be a bit of gold shaped like the Reddit guy. I'm gonna have like my own Reddit gold on my desk. I wear my Twitter cap.
form of merchandise ever. To have your own Reddit gold.
Imagine that. They
I
probably
wonder
make
if you,
money.
Will and George, you might have some Reddit gold because you've got your subreddit's popular.
I don't get how it works. George won't have any because you give it away.
Can I trade it for real money?
It is worth
No.
something in it.
It is, you buy it, but you don't get money if you receive Reddit gold. I don't think.
Well, what's the point then?
Yeah,
That's the thing. Is it's so? I think it's just like so useless that if someone gives you Reddit gold, it's like, wow, that's a good post.
What you can't cash out on it?
No, I don't think
Well,
you
what's
receive
the point
money
of
when you-
that? It's like a gift card you can't spend.
I think it goes to charity. I might be wrong. I think it goes to charity.
Oh, fuck's sake! That's
Mate.
rubbish.
Making a really good Reddit post just for it to go to charity.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
so it's charity didn't fucking write the post.
What's your least favorite charity, Will?
Oh, got a few. I can't say that.
What really bad ones? Ones that don't make money.
Oh, I want to
Can't
know what
say
that one was. The one you can't say.
There's no good answer, really, is
No.
I'm
There's
sure
some
there's
shit-
scam charities.
isn't
that's-
Mary?
No, there's some that.
Mary Curie's supposed to be a shit one because they just pay their CEO like 500 grand a year.
Yeah.
A lot of charities are like that.
Don't quote me on that because it might not be true. But like I've heard something like that. So yeah, maybe.
I think you're correct.
Wasn't there one? I don't quite remember. I don't want to say a name, even speculating, because I don't want to
I
get
shouldn't
in
have.
trouble. But I heard there's one, and like some of their higher ups went to Haiti and just hired prostitutes when they were supposed to be on like a humanitarian mission.
I can get by. That's
some other
no, I
countries.
can't.
Humans are
sorry.
humans. You know what I mean? I think like just because someone works in a charity doesn't mean they're a good person.
Who was the one with the Coney 2012 is with?
Oh, you.
We need another
That
Coney
was such a
2012.
great story.
Oh, mate,
It
we
was.
really do need another Coney 2012.
I remember at uni, right, there was a lot of people I knew used to work for Oxfam because it was one of the highest paying jobs.
I was gonna say Oxford.
Oxfam,
Jesus.
you know, they take a cut. So, like, you know, Oxfam, when you walk around the street
Commission.
and someone stops you, they do. When someone stops you, when you're walking down the street, they pretty much take commission out of
Save the kids.
your donation.
Commission on that.
You get fired if you do not get enough signings.
Jeez.
Jesus.
So you actually have a weekly quota.
Confirmed.
I mean, that's understand. You already save more kids or whatever.
Confirmed here. Well, by civilsociety.co.uk, Mary Curie, chief executive, earns £166,000 a year.
Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Should be charging way more. Sorry.
Oh my God!
Do a 20,
No.
24-hour stream and suck it off.
British Heart Foundation. This is, I don't know where this. This is from Wikipedia, so take a pinch of salt. British Heart Foundation CEO named Simon Gillespie, 180 grand a year. British Red Cross, Mike Adamson, 173 grand a year. Cancer Research UK, Harpal Kumar, 240 grand a year.
What the fuck?
They must be working really hard.
In fairness, they are fucking difficult jobs.
Yeah.
But then you also
Yeah, no,
see
but
like,
if you work for a charity, you
Yeah.
shouldn't really
like
be like.
the fact that MPs get paid like 30 to 40k a year, and then like even like the Prime Minister is less than 100k a year. I'm pretty sure.
I think like 110, 120.
And that is like that is the job, right? So it's
Yeah.
like I can understand why he gets paid that much.
Basic annual salary of a member of parliament is 81,000. Yeah, and fucking CO 240. What's the job you'd least like to have? I'd hate to be an MP or like.
I used to want to be an MP. That was something I wanted to do when I was younger.
I can believe it.
Yeah, I can see that.
But like, then I was at this point where I was like,
What party, James?
Lib Dem actually. Well, when I was really into it, I was really into Orange Book liberalism. But then I can't remember who it was, for the Lib Dem party to not be in support of gay marriage. I was just like completely alienated, and then I just stopped.
Oh, I know who you're on about.
Tim Farron, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
as
on-
soon as I saw that, I was just like, I was so put off politics, and I was like, how can you be the leader of a party?
I think he said he wouldn't vote against it, didn't he? But he said he just doesn't care.
Yeah, but
for
that
it.
was like, he was just like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm religious. And I was like, fuck your religion, man. Like, if you're not in support of gay marriage, I don't fuck with you. And then I at that point, I was just like, fuck it. I hate politics anyway.
They all suck, man. It's just something I'm not educated, so I just avoid it.
It just upsets me. Like, even talking about politics just gets me down at this point, so I just don't bother.
Yeah, it makes me angry. That's we got the election coming up soon. That'll be funny.
Which one? The American one?
Yeah.
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 That'd be funny.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Kanye West is on a wild one.
Yeah, does he actually think he's gonna get any numbers? Because like, man, like this whole like actually writing someone down on a ballot is the most pointless stuff that just will not go anywhere.
People are really angry at Kanye because of the fact that they see it as he's directly taking votes away from Joe Biden, because it's most likely that only people on the left will vote for Kanye West. And then it's also this thing where people think that he's doing it to test numbers for when he properly runs in the next 4 years.
Let's have it.
And I think apparently he's going to go all out for it. People think.
Apparently there was something similar with the Brexit Party. Like, its only purpose was to like basically help the Conservatives.
Yeah, that's what it does. I suppose I want
because they knew that like they wouldn't get into.
Well, it's basically like a lobby group. So it's like if you vote for the Green Party, you're not voting for someone to get into politics. Really, you're not voting them to get into the House of Parliament, unless of course you live in Brighton. But then it's basically saying like, oh, this is how many numbers were behind a certain thing, right?
It's a protest vote, isn't it?
I've only ever voted Green Party. So it's a surprising fact. Why does everyone in Brighton back them? Like, what happened in Brighton for them to only get a seat there?
Hate everyone else.
They get it every time, don't they?
I think it's just like everyone there is just behind it. I think there's just like such a community behind that movement there.
Right.
Maybe it started there. I don't know.
It might have begun there, to be honest. It's not a bad shout.
But it happens. I'm pretty sure they've had it for like 15 years. I'm not sure if they still have it, but they had it for so long.
Yeah, they do. They've got it. They've had it for as long as I can remember.
That's cool, though. I like the Green Party. Love Leaves, mate.
I love Brighton as well. Brighton's such a cool place.
I fucking hate Brighton. Honestly, it gets us.
It's in my top 3 favourite places in the UK.
I think people gassed it. I went thinking this is gonna be. It's a shithole. It's grim.
I love it.
It's bleak. Like I get it. I get there's
it's
cool
good.
stuff going on there. As a place, I'm not a fan.
Is it worse than East London?
But I'm telling you, Whitley Bay is nicer looking than Brighton.
I've never been to Whitley Bay, so I don't know.
Well, that's the thing about Brighton. I've seen Brighton Beach, and
It's full of stones. Who wants a stony beach? You can't.
Yeah.
It's not comfy.
That's what I thought. My mates, because Brighton's about an hour away from where I used to live, they'll go to Brighton, and I'll go, if you went to Bournemouth, you've got sand.
Yeah.
Like what? Why would you travel the extra 45 minutes? I don't understand. I really don't get it.
What's the upsides to
Controversial.
Brighton? Give us.
I don't really like sandy beaches that much.
What you take a
Really?
rocky beach over?
I prefer actually swimming. Like, I'm in the water, man. Like, I don't really sit down on the beach.
But I'm not talking about the sea though. You take the rocks over the sand.
No, but
Oh.
I don't have an issue with the rocks, right? Like, I don't like.
Right. So you're just not a beach man.
No, I love the beach, but I think that's but like if I'm by the sea, I love the beach.
I was waiting.
If I'm by the sea, right, it doesn't really matter to me at that point. Like, I'm just like happy to be there. I'm just happy to be here. You
The
know what I mean?
USC
Like,
shoes.
and you can wear your actual trainers. You don't have to fucking get your fucking socks off and shit, and then get sand all over the car when you get back in and get shouted at by your parents. I don't want that, man. So that took me back.
I like
Brighton-
sandy beaches when I'm on holiday.
Yeah, no, for
I
sure.
wouldn't go to a sandy beach in the UK because I just hate the feeling of like after like being on the beach and then going home in the car. I hate that feeling. It just
Did you grow up near a beach? Did you?
no. I
No.
don't.
Well, I do. Obviously, I'm literally 2-minute walk away from the beach.
I'm like a mile away.
I am at my happiness though when I'm in this beach.
And it's all stones. I don't know what it's like with you.
You what?
Mine's all stones. Barton is all stones.
I was at Sandy. But it's
No,
fucking
lucky
freezing.
bastards.
It's freezing.
Well,
especially
yeah,
in
up
winter.
north. Having a beach up north seems pointless.
It's the good old North Sea.
Yeah, fucking hell. It's not really warm anywhere.
I've had some of my happiest moments just sitting in water. Like I like sitting in the sea and just like looking out over the sea. Is some of like my happiest
Pissing
moments.
yourself.
Because they're just wet,
Some
like
of your
shitting
warmest,
all over the
yeah,
floor.
some of your warmest moments.
No, I love it. Like I don't know what it is about just like looking out and just seeing something endless or like supposedly endless and just like being in water, having like fresh air from like the wind hitting the waves and shit.
It's very calming, isn't it?
Oh god, it's like actual peace.
Nothing beats getting a bodyboard, fucking off a bit far out, and just vibing out there.
And just
No, don't
drowning.
know, then just drowning yourself. That's what I was gonna say.
No beats it, mate. Can it fucking top
And
it?
killing some whales, just fucking wailing.
That's one of my favourite places. If we're doing favourite places, are controversial, but Cornwall. Love.
Oh
Cornwall.
yeah, quite
What
like
place.
Cornwall. I went there once.
Big
Solid.
fan.
No, I back that.
Yep.
I back that.
New Key specifically, even better.
I went to Boardmasters Festival in Cornwall. I think it was in Cornwall, and that was sick. I loved that.
Good beaches, best beaches in my opinion in the UK because they're so long.
Whoosh.
Yeah,
A lot of space.
and the surfing there is really good.
It's good, man. It's good. That's why I learned to bodyboard.
What? Like either of you have surfed?
I don't surf, but I used to bodyboard.
You've surfed, James.
I've bodyboarded. I didn't
So
say surf.
neither of you have surfed. Shut
no,
up,
I've
man.
surfed.
Yeah, but
The
it's fun,
surf
it's
is
fun,
really
there's
good there.
waves.
Fuck off.
The
It
waves-
is,
Fuck
though.
off.
It's factually very good, though. We
the
just don't
waves
do
are
it.
gnarly.
Is that what
There
drew
are
you
some-
both there, is
There are
it?
some gnarly motion waves there.
The thing is about Cornwall, if you have a bodyboard as well, I mean, obviously you just surf, it's better, but I was like 12, and I don't know how to surf. But if you, the waves in Cornwall are like genuinely ridiculous. I've like double the height of me. Not that impressive, to be fair. But yeah, Cornwall's just, it's very strange. Just the beaches there are just elite. It's just a nice place as well. Good food. Pasties, mate.
Oh yeah, Cornish pasties are solid.
Because every YouTuber goes to Brighton, don't they? Really, that's seen as like it's like everybody says it's London, but like a town. That's what I've
Shit,
heard it be
it's
described
shit.
as.
So like the lanes are really cool. It's like Camden, but actually better. Like it's like what you'd expect Camden to be, like loads of like really cool markets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Camden is just the fucking same shit over. It's one of the most overrated places in London, in my opinion.
Come back that too.
There's the food part of Camden's quite good. You know, where you go into like the where the canal boats are, and then there's like loads of different food options. That's sick. The lanes achieves what Camden probably used to achieve. The lanes in Brighton, so much better.
I went there. Have we? Oh, go on. Sorry.
And yeah, no, that's what I think I just love that. And then like there's loads of like different kind of like local pubs there and stuff, and it's all got like a very like concise character to it, and it feels very
More
youthful.
homey, innit?
But-
Yeah, I like it.
I think.
It's a bit grotty.
That's the thing though. I don't think I'd live in Brighton.
Right.
I think I'd live near Brighton because there's some Aria's family live near Brighton, and we went to one of their houses, and it was so nice. It was like one of the nicest houses I've ever been to.
What's like Hove? Was that in like Hove area?
Yeah, I think so, right? And it was like a modern house, but then it was like in the countryside. The air felt nice because I wasn't in London. Oh god, I'd
Yeah,
live
that
for
is
it.
the one thing you don't kind of realise until you get out of London. You know what it's like to breathe real fresh air.
Yeah, I'm leaving London today, and I always can't wait for that first breath I have as soon as I get off the train is the like one of the most orgasmic fucking
And
things.
yeah, you breathe in all the fumes from the railway, the Brighton
Yeah.
railway system. You're going to
Why
do your
you- why
album,
are you
aren't you?
doing that?
You're doing your EP.
You're saying
album,
it like
EP
you're getting
album.
off
Yeah.
the fucking plane in Cancun, and it's like all the warmth hits you, bro.
I love that.
Yeah. That's good. Getting off the train in Brighton is it's not quite as
No, I
the
get
same
it.
level.
I'm being deadly serious with you. I get a serious boost of happiness when I breathe air that isn't from London.
Oh, it's
and
just
I know,
getting out of
I
London,
notice the
mate.
difference.
You just
I
happy
notice the
to be
difference.
away.
I've been living in London for over 5 years. I noticed the difference.
Have you ever breathed Birmingham air?
Have you heard Justin Bieber's new song?
No. Holy?
It's actually Lonely. He released another song a couple of days ago, and it's so good.
Is it with Akon?
It's not like a banger.
Is
Huh?
it with Akon?
No.
That's a
Unfortunately
banger.
Not. It's just like it's a piano ballad, right? And it's just like him singing over a piano. But it's like all about growing up and being that famous.
Right.
and it's like it's very honest and like hard hitting, and it's really good. It's like because I fucking loved Purpose. I'll be the first to say that I think Purpose was a great album.
Bro, there's not one
Purpose
skip
was
on
good.
it, right? Not one skip on
right.
it.
It's sick. And so that's when Yummy came out, and I was like, oh, he's fucking back. And then I listened to Yummy, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, that
Thank it.
fuck's
Thank
sake. Whereas like now, Holy's all right, but Lonely is.
Have we had a
sick.
Justin Bieber album since Purpose? Have we not?
I don't think so. I if we did, I think it was like kind of like a middle project.
That was it.
What do you mean? Sorry, love yourself.
Oh yeah,
Where
no
are you
changes. Changes, the one that came out this year, but it's just not that good.
Unbelievable! What an album. Oh mate,
Intentions was an alright song.
I had a topic that was music related as well because I think Doja Cat just released like this new music video, and it's so strange to see. Like I think it had like Kylie, it might be Kendall Jenner, I can't remember which one it is, but it's like Kendall Jenner, that Babe Rexha or whatever the name is, I don't know how to pronounce it. And then you just got like Charlie D'Amelio and like this other TikToker Avani sat at the table. I think it's so crazy to see how, you know, with the TikTok thing earlier, because that's one of the things I thought about yesterday when it was coming for podcast topics, and you see the hoodies and the thing, just seeing how big those TikTokers are just with like A-list celebrities. It's so strange.
Well,
Why
that's
does
the thing
that
is that
always happen with Viners and TikTokers? Why can't that happen on YouTube? Man? Give up on that.
I will tell you why. The copyright system. It's literally a fact. The music industry at the moment is I've had calls with people in the music industry recently, and it is so reliant on TikTok to the point where people will now write albums and they'll be putting so many things on and being like, how do we make this bang on TikTok?
Become
So there'll
very
be-
obvious
there's
that it's almost
bits
getting
of
actually
songs-
annoying.
bits of songs where like you can almost picture people going like adding a caption with it and going like, oh,
Me when?
what I say to my dad,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. You know, like that people write.
Suck me
music
dry,
for
suck
the-
me dry.
I've got a wet ass pussy. I really liked Chochi's album Nectar. We talked about it a lot on this podcast. I really liked it, but then he's got a song called TikTok, and I was thinking, I don't think Joji would write a song purely for TikTok. I feel like he's above that. But then at the same time, I was like, did he? And the fact that I was just thinking, I was like, I see it so much nowadays. Just so many songs that are written what seem to be directly for that app.
He
I
just
for
said
me, if
TikTok,
I
right?
wrote a song called TikTok, right, I would just at this point I'd be like, I can't.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like writing something that obvious. It's like just change the lyrics.
Someone knows, isn't it? It's someone knows. Give it like, and that's the thing that it kind of ruins a lot of new albums for me when it's really obvious.
Yeah, that people are just trying to make
Because
like bangers.
it's weird because you got to think about it. Music very much when it's professionalism is the same as making a YouTube video. I don't know if you guys get this, but when you're watching YouTube videos, you could tell at certain points why people have put certain stuff in certain places.
What do
and
you
I
mean?
think sometimes it, like, you know, sub pushes, so on and so forth. Obviously, you know why somebody's
right.
done that, and it kind of if you're somebody who's like a YouTuber, it probably takes you out of it a bit. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I see little things. I go, he's definitely put that in there as a reference to boost this, etc. You see all the technicalism. Now, is it like that the same for you with music, James? Because I suppose now you've made a lot of stuff. Do you find yourself deconstructing stuff you listen to? Be like, oh, well, he's done that there for that reason.
Oh, I see what you mean, like gamesmanship in the song to help
Yeah.
it boost it
Yes.
like in an algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's something I'd like. I'm a very like analytical person as it is, so I've done it for YouTube, and I do it the same for music, right? But I don't make like a point of it. I like if I'm talking to someone about music, I won't go like, oh well, he does this bit at this point.
Yes,
You know,
yeah.
'cause
Is
I
that
don't
why
want to ruin it.
sometimes there's like loads of like really long albums? Is that to boost?
Yeah, no. The album, this honestly, it upsets me so much. The album is very much a dead thing at this point. Whenever I write, like my whole thing about writing this EP has been like, I want to tell a story within this space, right? So it's like, I can't add songs to this current list that I have. In fact, one of them is probably going to get taken away. It's like, but I cannot add to it because I've had this story in my head for a long time. And that's the best thing about albums, in my opinion, is it's like a course, right? It's like you go from
it's a
things that
story,
it
it's a
develops
beginning to end.
and it has moments, right? So, like, for example, the last 1975 album, it was just constant, like, throwing things at a wall and hoping that one or two of them stick. But it's my favorite moments of it were the points in which it dials itself back and it allows itself to breathe. There's this one song called, I think it's called just The End, Music for Cars. I might check. Yeah. It's literally just like this, like an orchestra. And what it does is it lets you just like sit back and enjoy this album as a whole thing. Whereas like a lot of popular music these days is like, right, skip this one, skip this one, skip this one, oh, this one might be a banger. That was all right. Skip that one, skip that one. And it's because that's how the majority of people take in music these days. You add a single to your playlist. You don't add an album to your playlist and then listen to the album as you go, because people have such short attention spans. So for me, it's like, I want to be able to do both. Like, I want to be able to write songs that are individually good but work as a unit. But it's so obvious to me, like, why people do it. So it's just like singles.
Well, the thing nowadays is to constantly, people, instead of releasing a single, record labels make people release stuff as an EP with one of the other singles, because then it will boost it on the autoplay. So Oliver Tree was forced to release about 6 EPs that were basically the same 6 songs with maybe an extra 2. And then they would just, and the reason why they did it is just because it would boost the streams, it was almost the equivalent of like, if you uploaded a video that had 3 million views, that might be great for it. But if you upload it in 6 months, there's a high chance if you'd have uploaded it in 6 months' time, it could have 20 million views because of time, place, people. I mean, obviously that's a huge exaggeration, but you know what I mean? Time and place is a big thing. So in the music industry, they constantly make people re-release, almost it's like re-uploading music, just so if does it do better in the summer? Does it do better in the winter? Does it do better when people are off school? And they make all these people re-release stuff, and that's the thing. I've been noticing it a lot more, where I'll see somebody post something and I'll be like, I feel like that's like to gain a system more than it is to write a song, which sucks. But I suppose all art, you got to make money. It is very interesting though. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do with your EP, James.
Oh, I wonder. I think we live in a culture now of like content which is very like quick use, quick production. So it's like people like labels will tell artists at this point to just release as much as they fucking can. You're like, people aren't like promoted to work on these projects because at the end of the day, right? The amount of streams I have on Slowdown on Spotify is like a lower than average video for me. It made the same amount as a YouTube video.
Whoa.
So it's like...
George is like, ding ding straight. Like, what's the CPM like on it?
It's about a $3. Ooh. So it's like... But that being said, right, you spend your whole year working on a 10-song album, and it is the equivalent of 10 YouTube videos. That is not good money. So it's like, if back in the days of like where people bought albums,
and labels take most of that if you're with a label,
and like so it's like if you're back in the day of people who bought albums, if you bought music, so much money is going to the creator, right? Or if you can go and gig, which you can't at the moment, you can make a lot of. That's where people make the most of their money. Whereas this year, it's literally been like fucking drop a song every 2 weeks.
Because
if
that's the only way you're making money.
Does that apply to albums or not?
What do you mean?
So like you were saying like I waited $3 on Slowdown. That was just released as a single song.
It will be the same CPM on an album, yeah.
Oh no! But like, if you
per song,
would a 10-song album make the same as a 20-song album, or would a 20-song album?
No, it would make. Well, that's the thing. A 20-song album could make twice the amount.
Really?
And also, because it's like per song. It's not per album.
Right.
Yeah. So, and then also there's the thing of like,
it's like it is very much just like making YouTube videos. It's like, is it better to make 10 videos in a month, or is it better to make 20? It depends on what you get out of the performance per the song for that, and that's that kind of ruins it a bit in a way, because you start to see it become more, and it sucks this year. Music's changed a lot because of the virus.
And this is the thing, it's like if you're a trap artist, right, or if you're like you're a grime artist, right, and you can take a beat which has already been produced and add a rap onto it, rap about something. Are you going to do an album that is 12 songs long when you can do one that is twice the length, that won't take you that much more time to write like bars for, etc., right? It's not like you're producing this huge piece of music, you're like adding your vocals onto something which is already produced. You're going to do the 24-track album because 1, you make more money, 2, that you have twice the amount of chance for one of them to randomly hit on TikTok. So now people are promoted to just write as much as they can on an album, which completely takes away any impact that it has as a collective piece. and it pisses me off. Sorry, I'll stop ranting about it now.
Spotify are going to be like, we told you to do an exclusive, not to talk about music for the entire thing,
shit!
guys.
Yeah, no, not slag off
Sorry.
streaming the whole time. Hopefully they
We're
click
so
off
on,
it 2 minutes in.
no, we're so on brand. We're so on brand with them. They'll love it. They'll be like, you've become a Spotify-related music podcast.
No, I'm not slagging off streaming. I think it's sick, right? I love being able to listen to all
Stream
of the
everything on
music.
Spotify as well, specifically, like this podcast.
Fuck's it. All right. What's the next? What's up next?
Sorry, I've taken out so much energy there.
You slumped in your chair.
We can talk about the big old, even more COVID stuff. Have any of you seen the Chris video? Have you seen the Chris video that came out today? The one that I'm in.
Oh, the paintball one, yeah.
The paintball one. Yeah, that video is so... Batman is a gift, a genuine gift to YouTube. That video, watching it back, it is a terrifying concept to shoot paintball guns at other people. I'm amazed, to be honest, Will, that you said you weren't going to do it. I think you would have loved it.
Fuck that. So for people who haven't seen it, the concept of it was basically one bounce, and if you fuck it up, you have to run to a wall and get shot with a paintball. My touch is shit. Why would I want to do that? He's going, do you want? And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. Absolutely no chance.
Yeah, it was absolutely horrific. Although it was a really funny concept. We need to introduce forfeits that are that severe to EBOYS videos.
I can back that. I can back that.
We do.
Yeah,
So I'll do a forfeit.
Paintball
It's
gun.
for my gain. For anyone else's gain, fuck off.
If I'm getting paid, yeah.
Yeah, for somebody else's video. I mean, it was $1,000 was up for grabs, but I actually came out of that video negative £10. So.
Mr. Beast did another YouTuber quiz. Did anyone watch it?
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I saw
Didn't
the
the
fucking
D'Amelios
numbers,
one?
though. What a boy.
What was the numbers like?
It was holding 1 million concurrent.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Fucking up the boy, man. What a lad.
I love his live stuff though. I didn't. When I found out it was happening, it had ended. But I don't know. Did the
Yeah, they went. Well,
Big Dixie one.
yeah, they.
Oh.
Yeah. Wasn't JJ in it? JJ was in it, wasn't he?
Yeah, they had a
And
bunch
Like,
of
he
people.
was-
They had
Like,
they had like it was. I mean, obviously it's just a fun quiz and whatever, but there was some people like just one person sat there, and then the D'Amelios had the whole family.
That's funny as fuck.
Really?
So it was like 4-on-1. But credit anyone who was just like, I'm going in one and alone. I think Dream got like semi-final. Out of like 40.
well,
I might be wrong.
Dream is probably really smart, to be honest. He gives me the impression of someone that's really smart. I saw some of the questions though. Did you? Some of them were like spelling,
Right.
and I was thinking to myself at the time because I was sat far and I was like, how the fuck could you mess up this spelling one? And then I was like, George would probably mess up this spelling
What?
one.
Give me a word and I'll spell
Oh, go on.
Analytics.
Analytics. A-N-A-L-what? Sorry, I need to visualise it.
Mate, you've done it.
A-L-Y-T-I-C-S.
You would have got that right.
Well
Algorithm. Another one was algorithm.
A-L-G-O-R-I-T-H-M.
No.
I'm typing him in the chat.
He's
here.
wrong. He said T. He said
Algorithm.
T.
No, it
That's
isn't.
right.
He said THM.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's how you spell algorithm.
Yeah.
Oh
There's
no.
no
Well,
I. There's no I, mate.
Thumb. Thumb. That's how you algorithm.
Yeah,
from
that is spelled
algorithm.
right. Guys, you go back. This is the issue. It's not about the spelling.
Spell it right.
You will start to double guess yourself when you're in front of 1 million people. Fuck that.
Also, I've just realised what the words were. Like this was for Mr. Beast's quiz, and the words that he asked people to
If you
spell were
paste them together,
analytics and
it's-
algorithm.
Yeah, if you place them together, it's this secret sauce.
Do
that he
people
bakes
fail
on his
it?
videos.
No, I think they both spell analytics correctly when I watched it. But then I was like, well, who would imagine spelling analytics wrong, and that's where you get out on the YouTuber quiz.
Yeah, or demonetization would be one of them.
What would your if you had to do a quiz? I know we did EBOYS Mastermind. If you seriously had to do a general knowledge quiz, what would your topic
2000s to 2000, late 2010s Formula One, probably. If I'm being honest.
be? That's probably you. I imagine you'd smash that. What would yours be, Alex?
Oh, I'm trying to think. That's really odd. I think probably something football related, maybe a specific Premier League season.
See, that's the thing about football is it's so easy to become knowledgeable about football because you literally live it.
Oh, there's a load of stuff though, because someone could be like Brighton
Yeah.
Palace, who assisted the second goal. That's like, because F1, it's just like 2 hours and not much. You know what I mean? There's not much variety.
Yeah, you'd have to know a lot about it. I think I'd be better, to be honest, if I to go even more specific, it'd be like 2009, 2010 match attacks cards. Like it was, can you name the shooting on Robbie Keane? I'd probably have a better chance at that than I would at actual football stats.
I think my one would be the Industrial Revolution and the fall of the Russian Tsar.
What?
Because
the Khazar, the Khazar!
The Khazar.
Yeah, because I studied that at A level and I found it really, like, everything just stuck in my head when I studied it that first time.
Not like-
So I think if I went back and really revised everything, I could smash
Not
it.
like
I got
Fox
full
Hunting or
marks in my
something.
A level exam on it. Full marks. Pog. What did you say, Will?
I was just expecting like fox hunting or something. It was just a bit,
Oh,
came out
no,
a bit of
no,
left field.
sorry,
What about
no.
you, George? Fingering,
Not been the
just
same since
straight
the
up fingering.
Probably video game history or something like that. Because I basically did 2 years of it at college.
Gee.
I wanted to ask, because the days have been getting shorter, do you believe that seasonal affective disorder is a real thing?
Yes, bro. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
Is it like scientifically proven to be a real
Bro,
thing?
I can
'Cause
feel
swear
it in
to
my
God,
head. It's shit.
I've been getting sadder. Like when it's like 6 or 7 p.m. and you just look outside and it's getting dark. I'm just like,
Bro, absolutely.
Yeah,
Man.
do you know how it's definitely real? And one of the reasons I could tell you is I was really struggling like 3 weeks ago when I was waking up at like 5 p.m. because I'd absolutely fucked my sleep schedule up and I'd wake up and not get anything done. I've woken up every day for the last 3 days at 7 o'clock in the morning. I've done more work in the last 3 days than I have in literally 30. Literally
mate,
because I'm
sunlight.
waking up when it's light and not when it's darker.
Yeah, huge difference.
Working in the sun is nice. Not when it's too hot though. Obviously, when it's too hot, it's a nightmare. I remember one of the summers when we lived in the old place, George. It was so hard to make videos because it was so warm.
Yeah.
I think there's ups and downs to it, really, isn't there?
yeah, I definitely like making videos more in the winter months because it's just like
Really?
easier. Yeah, gets darker quicker, and I always like having neutral lighting, so I like recording when it's dark.
Oh, see, I fucked my shot up for a couple of my last video like a couple of times because I was like funnying it up at like 4 o'clock and it was going. But light now, I need natural lighting. Yeah,
I had
fuck
this
it.
problem in my video. The color correction is all over the place for the different days I shot on, which is like a nightmare. So I'm trying to go over and like fix it. But yeah, I mean, I think seasonal depression and whatever is a real thing. I definitely really struggle. The darker it gets, I just feel like I'm losing time.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Because
Really,
you're like,
isn't
the
it?
day's over now, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And
Honestly,
then you kind of like switch off mentally,
In January, I want to fuck off somewhere for like
Yeah.
a couple weeks to a month.
if
like,
we're even
just-
able
Well,
to.
no,
Like,
you can because when me and Fraser were in Piccadilly yesterday shooting for the video, I was like, everything on the tube is come to Costa Rica. Just I don't know whoever it is in Costa Rica. They've spent a lot of money in trying to fucking get people to come over.
Is Costa Rica Southern Hemisphere?
it's
It's very
South
warm
America,
there.
right?
Yeah, it's
I
Americas,
don't know if
isn't
it's
it?
on Hemisphere place.
It's
Yeah, fuck it.
I'd love Costa Rica. You should have seen the posters. They got like tree frogs, lovely beaches with that blue water. I mean, I'm down. We need an EBOYS holiday. We need an excuse.
I'd kill for that like almost greenish blue water.
I think we should do. I think we should do videos where we go to like cool places. Like I was thinking, all right, this one's a bit extreme, but maybe like I was thinking Antarctica because wouldn't that make a fucking banging video?
That would
A
be
fucking
pretty- that would
expedition
pop.
to Antarctica.
You're right. Like that would pop.
It would make a brilliant video.
Should we do the ice bucket challenge? Do the ice bucket challenge in Antarctica.
Could you imagine a
EBOYS
video
always
with
called it
all of us
Antarctica,
doing
though.
like a husky fox races on sleds?
No, but then we go see like penguins and shit in the wild. That would,
That's a good idea. That's a
Yeah, why
good
don't we do
idea.
it?
Makes
why
a
don't we do
change
it?
from hunting.
Go there
then.
for a couple days.
It's very different to
Banger.
EBOYS chess, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
We
I
could
think-
do like. Could we just do Machu Picchu for
Yeah.
the fucking trek?
That's in
for,
Peru, isn't it?
That's in Peru.
Yeah, you just fucking do that and.
I'd love to go
Fuck
to
it,
Machu
any
Picchu.
excuse to go to anywhere that I haven't been.
But it's actually really bad. You shouldn't go to Machu Picchu.
Why?
It's like it's a great place, but it's become so touristy that it's like kind of like ruining it.
Well, I didn't know what it was like before, and I'm not going to know the difference.
I know, but it's like for the locals, it's kind of like their fucking thing is being ruined, you know.
Yeah, fuck
Can
'em.
we go on big African safari?
Right. So recently, my YouTube recommended has been like full of random films, right? Like 5-minute clips of random films.
Oh,
And I can't, like highlights, right? Almost like the EBOYS podcast highlights channel, which you can subscribe to over on YouTube, regardless. So it's fucking annoying, right? I just wanted to watch some Wolf of Wall Street clips, you know, like some of the I'm not fucking leaving, like just like bits like that, you know? And I started, and now I've gone through, God, like 7 films. I watched The Big Short through YouTube. I'm now onto Skyfall
They're
for some reason.
so expensive though as well, aren't they? Like they're not cheap, but you're on YouTube as well. Do you buy them on YouTube?
No, I'm not buying them. I'm watching. I'm watching, mate. I'm not watching the whole films. I'm watching 3-minute clips of the films, let it through, and then I kind of go on. It's getting to the point now where I'll start at the earliest clip I can find. I'll go on Wikipedia, remind myself of what happens between that point and the next clip that I see. And some of it I'm watching someone like film in a cinema. Other bits I'm watching like actual official uploads. The Big Short which is a good film. It is all on YouTube. And it has parts 1 to 21 from a verified YouTube account. The whole thing.
Well, I don't know if we could keep that in because that's probably illegal to promote that.
If it's from a verified
I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying I watched it, mate.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it.
Copyright police, we are neither.
The police are going to come. The copyright police. Yeah,
I
have the
was
same
just wondering,
thing.
what does your recommended look like, guys?
The same
Because
as
mine
yours.
now is just-
Prefer not to speak. Prefer not to speak.
I can read mine out right now. It's the Trisha Paytas H3 podcast, which I thought was going to be terrible, but I generally
It is
can't stop
unironically
watching.
one of the most entertaining concepts I've ever watched.
It's
like,
so good.
there's have you seen the clip of Trisha Paytas saying that she doesn't care about gravity?
Yeah, she's like, why would it affect me?
It's unbelievable.
Why would it affect me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, mate.
I love it.
There's the one where she says she's going to ruin his life. That one's an elite one. I'm just looking through my recommended at the moment. It's just Joe Rogan clips and Doctor Who. It's literally
We know what Will's looks like. George, what's yours?
Snake videos.
Snake videos.
Just snake videos.
Yeah,
No,
like
YouTube, George,
fucking
YouTube.
The best beginner snake, ball python versus corn snake. Just to,
Wait, they fight.
Sorry, what was it? What did you call it?
the best
did you call
beginner
it? No,
Best-
the name of the snake.
ball python.
A python.
A python.
Not a python.
Python.
Bull python.
A bull python.
Shut up.
Pythagoras' theorem.
Right, this podcast is in the bin. This podcast. Oh, fuck off, jeez. Right, that's over.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you for listening on Spotify. Yeet, yeet.
We'll see you guys on
cheers,
all
bye.
next week and all that. Check us out on the highlights channel, and you can watch.
We
us
will
on
have an
everything
EBOYS
else.
video out soon, we promise. Stop
Yeah.
asking us.
Please stop asking.
No one
it's
asking.
nearly
No one
done.
cares.
They do care. They won't fuck off. Thank you. Bye.